100 different Draculas over the years, but to me there's only one. That's Bela Lugosi. Big fan of Bela Lugosi. To me, that's Dracula. Maybe that's why I've never seen Bram Stoker's Dracula, even though I'm an even bigger fan of Winona Ryder. I mean, there's been like 100 different women over the years, only one Winona Ryder. Actually, you know what? I might watch this tonight. It's Bram Stoker's Dracula! Unfortunately, Winona Ryder's not in this game, and if she was, this would be a Game of the Year candidate, even if it did come out 20 years ago. And not even as her character, just like as Winona Ryder. I mean, she was like the Audrey Hepburn of our time. Before Natalie Portman was the Audrey Hepburn of our time. Before Keira Knightley was the fake Natalie Portman of our time. If you're wondering how a review of Bram Stoker's Dracula for the Game Boy turned into this, well, you obviously weren't paying attention. Winona Ryder, Audrey Hepburn, Natalie Portman. Look, it's not rocket science, you guys. Try to keep up. It's Bram Stoker's Dracula for the Game Boy. What else do you want me to talk about? Well, I guess we could talk about the game if you want. Not that there's much to really talk about. This thing was released in 1993, which was a year after the movie, which is fitting, because this game isn't even based on the movie, apparently. I mean, I have no idea. I'll watch it tonight and I'll let you guys know. Anyway, he plays Keanu Reeves. Not like Keanu Reeves, but like his character, which is pretty much always just Keanu Reeves. But anyway, from there, well, it's certainly Castlevania-esque, but that's only in terms of its aesthetics. Like, there are dead things, and I'm throwing axes and knives or whatever. Functionally, it's more like a basic 2D platformer. Not that that's a bad thing, because this actually isn't a bad game. I mean, don't get the wrong idea here. It's not like this is some Game Boy classic. It's only got a couple levels. It gets kind of cheap. Some of the design's pretty terrible. But I'll tell you, I was kind of shocked at how well it plays. Like, the mechanics are actually pretty decent, which is something a lot of these licensed platformers just mangle beyond recognition. This one doesn't. Bram Stoker's Dracula plays way better than you'd expect, given that it's based on a movie. Oh, and not to mention that it's developed by Probe Entertainment, makers of some of the worst Game Boy games ever. I mean, like, this is way better than WWF Warzone or fucking Mortal Kombat. Not even Winona Ryder could have saved the Game Boy version of Mortal Kombat. Actually, yes, she could have. There's only one Winona Ryder. And you know, the presentation isn't bad either. Like, for a Game Boy game, it actually looks pretty good. It's got all the creepy places that it has to by law. So it's got forests, catacombs, there are torches. I mean, it looks how it's supposed to look, and that's not a bad thing. The sound, on the other hand, that's a bad thing. But hey, look, it's a movie game on the Game Boy. This could be a lot worse, you guys. The fact that it's not was kind of encouraging. Like I said, there are some cheap design elements, and the checkpoints are really sparse, which can get frustrating. But like I also said, it's better than Mortal Kombat. I reviewed that game, and I wanted to die. This one I was like, I'll just take a nap. Listen, I always level with you guys. I wouldn't say this is a game you should go out of your way to find, but like for fans of the movie, or even just fans of horror-themed platformers, seriously, it's not that bad. Not that good either, or that long. It's kind of short, but you know, it's not gonna suck your blood, which I seriously kind of expect when you guys send games like this, which I sincerely appreciate, by the way. It's Bram Stoker's Dracula for the original Game Boy. Big thanks to our pal Andrew from, oh, look at that, Osan, Korea, for sending this to the show. Hey, big thanks to Winona Ryder, too, for everything.